I am outside the Historical Phleps Mansion in Binghamton, New York. So let's go take a look. Love these doors.
It really is. And there have been a lot of them have been drinking.
Well, I'm sure that's part of it.
This is gorgeous.
Yes, it is. Have you ever been here before?
Oh, actually, no, I haven't.
Well.
I've heard a lot about it, but I never, usually don't try to make it up to this part of town, unfortunately.
Ah, that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
If you like, I can give a mini tour.
Can I just sneak that before you start
Sure.
picturing?
I'm
I
tall.
don't want you to get the top of my head.
I'm tall. I'd probably miss you anyways.
I'm tall.
There you go.
But anyways,
All right.
Sherman Phelps bought this property in late 1869, had a house torn down, and then proceeded to build this one. If you look at our flyer, you can see a photograph that was taken about 1900. This was one of a long line of mansions, and this is the last mansion. When you were brought in by the maid, you were seated here in the reception room, and if you look at the woodwork, it has judges' gavels. Sherman Phelps had actually been an associate judge in Wyoming County, Pennsylvania for a year. He loved to be called Judge Phelps. So if you're sitting here waiting to find out if you can see the man, you figure out he doesn't want to be called Mr. Phelps. And the woodwork in this house, different rooms have different combinations of wood, all hand carved, and we actually have in our collection most of the tools from one of the cabinet makers who worked on this house.
Oh, nice.
Who actually lived a couple blocks down.
That's the first time we had something like that in Binghamton.
This is the parlor. This is one of the most beautiful rooms because it's bird's eye maple and hand-carved rosewood.
Wow.
Rosewood is very hard to carve. It's used for things like guitar necks and backs because it does not warp.
Yep.
So it's really magnificent. The other thing is that every single fireplace has a different marble and it's surround.
Oh.
And he was showing off.
Yeah, I could tell.
He was definitely showing off. At the time he had this built, he owned a bank, he owned a gas company, he owned half the waterworks, half of the largest tannery in New York State. He had a hardware store, he was part of the waterworks, and part of the cigar manufacturing, so he had his hands there, and of course railroad stocks. Let's go down to the dining room.
Okay.
The floors, by the way, are the original Italian floors. We do because the Monday Afternoon Club, which was a women's club that bought the place in 1905, it was a fairly well-to-do group of women, so they would go traveling and come back with paintings. And we have some amazing paintings. We have a Teed, which if someone knows about 19th century American painters would start salivating. We have paintings both upstairs and down, tons of them. This is the dining room. Yeah, I'll have to tell you about that in a moment. This is the dining room. It is quarter-sawn oak with bird's eye maple, but if you look, you know it's a dining room because there's a boar's head up above. The squirrels with their acorns, that's a sign of plenty. But if you look here at the fireplace, down at the bottom there's fish. In the center there's fruit. We know because of probates that both Sherman and his son Arthur, they were bird hunters, so they probably shot those woodcocks that are up there, and that's original to this house.
Oh, wow.
That's been there since 1872. Wow. Isn't that amazing?
That is.
Yeah.
And it actually falls in line with a lot of European
Kind of that.
traditions with the different rooms with the different carvings.
Yes, absolutely. Well, yes. You know, this was Sherman's swan song. Both of his wives had died. He made a whole bunch of money, and this, I think, was like his monument to himself. He had it designed by Isaac Perry, who was one of the architects for the Inebriate Society up at the hill.
Yeah, up on the hill.
Also the New York State Capitol. The Parsons Funeral Home down on Main Street was also one. So, and I think Christ Church was one of the first ones that John Stuart Wells had worked on with Isaac Perry.
Yep.
This actually was where...
What is that?
Yes, that's original. The fountain is not, but there actually is plumbing for a fountain in there.
Oh, wow.
And according to the last inventory, there was a fountain in there.
Oh, wow.
Also, they had about 6 or 7 bird cages.
Amazing woodwork in this room.
You should come back. December 9th, we are open and free to the public. That's our holiday open house. It looks like we are borrowing some early 19th century Metropolitan Museum costumes from Tri-Cities Opera.
Oh, wow.
We're hoping, we're working on that.
Great.
And we will have this as kind of Victorian fantasy Christmas.
Oh, that would be
so
great.
You should come. I will tell you this. At one time, there used to be a skylight here. And when Sherman Phelps died in 1878, his coffin was actually placed right here. His funeral was here, and the newspaper said it was lit by the skylight.
Oh, wow. That's
In the
amazing.
late 30s, the roof started to leak, and because of lack of workmen, World War II started, lack of materials, they just kind of lopped off the top of it. And about 15 years ago now, they had a capital campaign and at least built the outside to look correct. The upstairs had, I love this, a billiard room, a sitting room with cuspidors, and a couple of maids' quarters and some other rooms.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
And the kitchen was actually in the basement, by the way.
Oh, really? Wow.
One of the things we recently learned is that the way this is carved, the banister and also the top rise on the stairs,
Oh, yeah.
that was definitely done by shipwright because of the curve. It's very difficult. Most people would miter, but those are solid pieces that have been carved that way. The tools that we have belong to a man named Orville Rock, who lived about 2 blocks from here. He was a cabinet maker. He had also been a ship's carpenter in the Civil War and built boats for people. So that's
wow.
like a
That is
bonus,
amazing.
isn't it? Yeah.
Great. How many rooms is this?
No, I don't even know.
Oh, let's try 12 or 13.
Yeah, that we have like open to the public.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The last room I will show you is the library. And this has always been a library. When the last resident died of the family in 1882, they inventoried every single book, and there were close to 500 of them, including Harper's Weekly from the first issue until 1870.
Oh, wow.
I know, I would love that. So this is where they had their piano. They obviously did do music. They had an upright, which was like the hot thing in the 1870s. And I wish I could show you more of the house. You'll have to come back and
I will.
look at it.
Definitely will. Thank you for the mini tour.
The ballroom was built in 1905 when the Monday Afternoon Club bought the property. They wanted to host state conventions, so they had to build that on.
And that's back here?
It's back here.
That's the ballroom?
And actually, if you go through here,
Oh,
take
okay.
a quick right and turn and face the building, you can see the original brick from the outside.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great. Look at that. Wow.
We have a postcard from 1911 that shows this lamp. It had been taken down but then put back up again.
Oh, wow.
So we do believe it's original. And this, because he was one of the owners, actually he was the owner of the Royal Gas Works. All of the fireplaces were gas, and so was all the lighting.
Oh, wow. That's
Which is
amazing.
really rare for the 1870s.
Yeah. Definitely a sign of wealth.
Yeah.